Getting on birth control was probably like one of the worst decisions of my life.
No. The G is silent. Oh my god!
You make my boobs itch.
What's up, y'all? Nicole here, and this is Story Talks, where I share lifestyle advice, opinions, rants, reviews, and other things inside of my mind. And in this video is a story time about the time I was on birth control, trying to prevent myself from having babies. Such a responsible young adult. And this is just the things that, you know, they don't tell you about birth control, because that thing effed up my life. I didn't mess up my life. No, birth control messed up my life. I blame everything on birth control when you just don't want to take responsibilities for your own actions. No, but for real though, it had me like so messed up. So before we head into this story time, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and go ahead and chop it up with me in the comment section below on this topic. If you stumble across this video because you're thinking about getting on birth control, this is definitely something you want to watch. And if you're a guy, you're watching this video, you know, guys don't have birth control, but I feel like it's still something for you to just kind of like get a perspective on a girl, especially like if you're with a girl who's thinking about getting on birth control, or just so you can understand somebody else's perspective, you know, or don't. My experience, birth control, contraception. Okay, first of all, I'm not like a health I'm not a doctor. I'm not like a health expert. I don't provide condoms for free. I just am a girl who got on birth control at a time during my teenage years, and it had me so messed up that I never got back on it ever again in my life. Birth control is any method that you choose to use to prevent pregnancy. It can be medicine, it can be whatever method you want to use, it can be whatever tool, device, whatever. I read that somewhere on Google. Alright, so I first got on birth control in 2012, and I cannot remember if I got on it when after my relationship. Like, so I told you guys this before in previous videos, like I don't get into a lot of relationships. So like my last serious relationship, it was coming out of high school into college. This is the guy I was with when I was debating getting on birth control. I'm talking about the guy before this, and he was just like some high school like boyfriend or whatever. I think we were together for like a month. No, matter of fact, it was exactly a month. I remember I didn't want to break up with him one time at the mall because I needed a ride home, but I was so ready for that relationship to end. I didn't even want it to begin. But when I was with him, I was debating getting on birth control. Like, I remember talking to my doctor, and at this time I was 17 years old. I never had sex before, but I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be stupid though. And so I was talking to my doctor about birth control and everything, and you know, I was just like,
okay, I just want to have this, like, you know, up in my body just in case something happens.
Prior to my last serious relationship, I was already on the birth control, I believe, before we like got serious and everything. But I was debating it when I was with the last dude, just because I'm 17, I'm probably gonna do it. I just want to be, you know, smart about it. I knew about all the different side effects and stuff. Like, there's different side effects to birth control. It really just depends on the type of birth control. There's all different types of birth control. You got the pill, you got shot, you got IUD, you got implants, you got rings, you can get freaking surgery, you know, if you never want to have kids. It's like all different types of things that you can do. Oh yeah, and condoms too.
Sure, it said place on head. Okay. Ma, did I do it right? What the
and then there's also like natural ways that you can prevent pregnancy. Pull out method, 80% effective though. Of course, like I said, the condom. They have both female and male condoms. Who has anybody? I've never used a female condom. I've never even seen one in person. Actually, no, I have. No, I have. I lied. When I was a freshman in college, I remember having a whole bag of condoms, and I had a whole bunch of different kind of condoms. It was like, there was dental dams in there, there was regular condoms, there were female condoms. I don't know what expo I went to on campus, but like it was like, hey, no pregnancy over here, no STD, okay. And then of course, to the other natural birth control is abstinence, you know, just don't be getting any. Okay. And there's also the rhythm method, where you just kind of just get to learn your own body, ladies, to know like when you're ovulating, so you know like the days that you're most fertile and more able to have a baby, and you just want to avoid those days. And that's different for every woman, so like you really have to like keep track of your cycle, whether you want to practice this method of birth control or just to really honestly get in touch just with who you are. Once you like really just start to pay attention to like your body and how your body reacts, and understanding like, you know, when your period is about to come, like you start to have those symptoms, you might get moody, you might break out, you might start craving all these different types of food. But like you can also tell if you really pay attention to your body, like when you're ovulating. I really just started to really just track like my period for real this year, like at the beginning of this year. I just really just started like really tracking it. And I know for me, as of right now, how my cycle is like my periods always start during the full moon, and then during the new moon, I'm assuming is when I ovulate, because like I can feel when I'm having like certain cramps or different things like that. Like I'm saying, you pay attention to your body. We're so connected to this earth. I'm getting real hippie on y'all. Like we're so connected to everything, and it's just really interesting just to see how our bodies are so in sync with like the cycle of the moons. It's the same, like do your research, because that's not what this video is about. This is about my birth control experience. I got on it in 2012, and a couple months down the line is when I started to notice some effects from the birth control I was taking. I was on the pill. I do not remember the brand. I don't remember none of that crap, but I know that I was on the pill, and I am a very responsible person. Like I don't think I ever missed a day, and if I did, it probably was one day. I was on the pill for, I'm just gonna say like springtime of 2012 up until like the end of 2013, like around fall time. I was very responsible with taking my pill. I took it at 6 p.m. every day. Even when I had like 6 o'clock classes, like in the evening, I would, you know, make sure I, you know, go in the bathroom, pop my pill, you know, right before class. Like I was not playing, okay? So the side effects that I experienced, that I got extremely depressed. Like I was depressed. And this is like the thing that bugs me. Depression, when you're depressed, you know what depression feels like. I don't like when people be like, oh, I'm depressed, when you're really just sad. It's so much more than just like a sad feeling. It's a lifestyle. It's like it's a mental illness. Like your brain is not functioning right. Being depressed is like, it's a feeling that I didn't even know how to explain. During this time, this is like freshman year of college, I did not want any type of sunlight. Please, I do not open the blinds at all. Like the sunlight bothered me. I wanted to be in the dark. And by this time, this is when I had the room to myself because me and my roommate got into it. I didn't want to do anything. I was not me at all. Like some of the common side effects, I've written some of the nouns like spotting, nausea, tender breasts, migraines, headaches, weight gain, mood swings, irregular periods, decreased libido. You don't even want to have sex anyway. What's the point of the birth control? Okay, so vaginal discharge. I even looked this. It said that you have, it's not funny, Aleigha. A change in your eyesight if you're using contacts. I've never heard of that before, but that's what Google told me. Yeah, for me, I was just straight up depressed. It wasn't any of those things. I was just depressed. Once I kind of like linked the two together, and this feeling that I was feeling was like, nope, I gotta dead this right quick, like, cause I'm not dealing with this. So I got off of it. I want to say like the end of 2013. Maybe I was like on Thanksgiving break or something like that. I guess I just stopped taking it. I really don't even remember. But I know that once I did stop taking it, this is when I started having all these side effect symptoms. My nipples would be sore. I ended up missing my period a couple months later, which was crazy because now by this time, me and my ex had literally just broken up. Going into 2014, after that situation, yeah, we're done. I was already off. I've been off the pill for probably 3 months. The last time we had sex was like in December, and then I missed my period in January. I had the hugest pregnancy scare ever. I was like, I just broke up with this dude. What is going on with my life? But that was the result of the birth control pill, because I don't like my body. Oh yeah, I did have another symptom. Well, not another symptom, but just things that I noticed changing in my body was that, you know, like some people, they get on birth control because it's supposed to make their periods regular, blah, 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 blah. For me, my periods went from 3 days to a whole week. That is not normal for me. Like literally my period last month was 2 days. Like my periods do not last that long. I like it that way. That is normal. It made my period longer. So then when I got off, like, you know, of course it took a while for it to get back on track. So yeah, I had the pregnancy scare. And then not to mention when I got off of the pill, I had a whole anxiety attack Never have I, oh my God, if you've ever had an anxiety attack before, you know that it feels like you're about to die. It is the worst feeling ever. Like, it feels like your soul is sucking out of your throat and it's going somewhere in the ethers. Like, I'm just like, can you please come back to my body? I didn't know what the heck was happening to me. Anxiety attacks are like the worst feeling ever. I never want to feel that again. And there's been times, because ever since being off the pill, I have a little bit of bad anxiety, but that I know that it was because of the pill that made it a little bit worse. I can sometimes feel like when an anxiety attack could be happening, and I kind of like try to get myself out of that. But dude, when at first happened, I could not control it. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking about. I don't know what I was doing. I just know it was like 2 something in the morning, and I just like panic. If you've ever had anxiety attack, please comment in the comments below. So yeah, so now I got anxiety. My nipples all sore for no reason. I was depressed. You know, I'm coming out of my depression, so I'm like, okay, I'm not depressed anymore. So now I'm missing periods. I already broke up with my boyfriend. Now I think he got me pregnant because like we had sex the month before, whatever, and now I'm just missing my period out of nowhere. But it's really because I'm off of the pill. The stress.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you turn that thumbs up.
So yeah, that is my birth control experience. Please let me know yours in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next episode of Thrive Talks. Bye! I just made do an entire Thrive Talks video one day with a Valley Girl accent, because I think I can do it very well. Bye! I wasn't really crying in the beginning of the video. Did y'all buy how good are my acting skills on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, was it decent? Was it decent? Okay.